Why do you think Penn State has struggled 3-7 historically under James Franklin coming off of a bye week? From a former player's perspective, what needs to change to right that ship? That's interesting. I did not know that was the case.
Me neither.
But it goes back to that point that Garrett said. Oftentimes that bye week was kind of sandwiched in between Goliaths. Yeah. So, what do you guys think of that?
Man, I think I might need to go back and look at those games.
What do you guys think?
This is gonna sound funny coming from the guy that went to, across the country during the bye week, but I actually hate bye weeks because everyone, especially with our experience either playing Ohio State or Michigan at the end of the bye week, there's just a 2-week buildup for nothing, and we got young kids. We're just, we could just keep the routine. Punch in, punch out, do your job. I just think it's human nature. You let off the gas a little bit, you rest for a few days, you come back, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Now, I think that 2016 year is a little bit different. We went through so much adversity. That senior class, that was already there in 2012, those freshmen, they weren't going to be denied a good season, and neither were we, the 2013 class. So I think you have to have very experienced leaders. It comes down to the opponent too. I think it comes down to your locker room leadership and how you prepare. The other thing is the margin of, victory in those games. Beville, can you pull that up?
Yeah. Which year you
it's always been close games.
Yeah, I was in 2017 where we actually beat Michigan, if I'm correct. But then we had Ohio State right after. So I think it's a ton of variables, man. It's tough to say. It is definitely tough to say.
I will say we do at Penn State get the short end of the stick oftentimes with scheduling.
100%.
I'm not making excuses, but I will say, we're away every time we open up Big Ten play for 20-something years. It's not 20 years, but it feels like it consecutively.
10, I think.
Yeah.
I think it also goes to what we've been talking about, depth and health. As we said, knock on wood, it's a time to get healthy. But oftentimes, going back to that 2016 year, I wasn't even supposed to play. I was still injured. I tore my quad. So I think it's just hard to say exactly what's the nail on that one, but I think it takes depth, it takes talent, obviously, and ultimately just a good scheme of whoever the opponent is coming up after the bye week. So
yeah,
definitely an alarming stat, I'd say, but I'm confident we get over that hump this year.
Oh, we better. It's UMass.
I'm going to set that record out. Would it be 4?
It's a spade, brother. It's UMass. Let's go.
I just remember Beville's first game in 2016 was the Ohio State game.
That was, yeah. I was limited snap count. And in my head, I think I said it in a pregame speech, I was kind of not scared to play, but I was scared. I wasn't necessarily sure how I was going to be. It's the first time back against primetime opponent. Thank God. And, adrenaline definitely helped, but I was out there all game.
Adrenaline and, yeah.
A few shots.
You had 21 tackles.
Little visit to Tim Bream prior to warm-ups.